Hey guys, Brendan from TAT. Just want to show you a Ford Territory that I had in today where the repair solutions section of the website really saved me a bunch of time. Okay, so we got in an SZ Ford Territory, the diesel model. They've just bought it from the auctions and it's getting all kinds of crazy warning messages coming up on the dash, warning lights, speedo erratic, so the gauges are doing crazy things. There's modules sitting inside the car. You know, I can see a transmission control module sitting on the passenger seat, and an initial scan we've got literally pages of mainly communication codes. So it sounds like a nightmare, right? So knowing that it's something that, okay, it's going to take a bit of time, firstly went and had a bit of a discussion with the customer. So he did really well as far as a lot of questions that I asked of him, of the timeline of things, and then all the things that he'd noticed, because we hadn't actually experienced the fault yet. And he gave me a lot of good information, starting to talk about sometimes it's while it's driving, you can get gauges flicking up, you can get the center console saying things like comms fault, check engine light, SRS warning, all the kinds of warnings. Whereas sometimes he also said that he's got in and he's jumped in and gone to start it and he'd get an immobilized message. So that's a different kind of symptom. But because of all these things, I thought I'd take a look at the repair solutions section of the website. So jump in here and have a look at the laptop. So repair solutions from the front of the website, www.tat.net.au. So you can head in there and you can drill down to, I've chosen Ford and then Territory. And just to show you where I got to with a Ford Territory that was under the instruments section, went through and there's a repair solution in there. While not exactly my fault, so this one was actually a toe in, no start, no crank, I'm going through and I'm seeing a lot of similar codes that I was getting. So it really got me thinking, okay, well, maybe I should have a look into it. And the instrument cluster is the gateway as far as all of this communication. So I thought, well, I'll take it out, see if I can find some solder joints or whatnot. Only a little trim down the bottom and then the thing pops out. And as I was going around to the back to get to the connectors, because I wanted to give it a bit of a wiggle so that I could maybe stress the circuit board first, had the car running, and boom, the thing popped straight out, so one of the connectors. So as I was giving it a bit of a wiggle, we started getting all of our symptoms there that he was describing, comms fault, things doing odd things, and then without much force and definitely without unclipping it, the connector just fell out of the cluster. So put that back in, and I've been able to drive the thing for quite a while now, a couple of days just to be sure, to make sure that the fault hasn't returned. Because, sorry, I forgot to tell you, we did experience the fault naturally at first, just to make sure that we knew what we were chasing. So really helped me with the repair solutions section of the website. So make sure you're getting on there and using it. Sometimes it won't give you the silver bullet, but it gets you thinking in the same area, and it really got me honed in on the instrument cluster quite quickly. So if you're not a member yet, www.tat.net.au. We've got thousands of repair solutions and it's growing every day. Hopefully this one saves you a bit of time in the future, and we'll see you next time.